for this comic book review, I'm going to be reviewing Kick-Ass issue 1. It was an okay story. I liked it. Okay. Would I check it out again? Maybe. It's pretty. It felt like a short story, like a short read. But it starts off with Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have Kick-Ass being caught by some gang. I don't know. You see right there, they have Kick-Ass right there, and boss tells them bring him in, and they bring Kick-Ass in. Now, next page, you bring Kick-Ass in, and the boss is I don't think they said the boss's name. Boss is pretty much like, okay, what is this? Another superhero, one of those superhero people? Take the mask off and see who we have. So they take Kick-Ass mask off, and you see it's not that kid from the movie. It's a woman. And then from there, it jumps over to Afghanistan 12 weeks earlier to that. So she's in the middle of a hostage situation here with one of her teammates, and she's in the military. And I guess her name is Patience, something like that. And they're pretty much like, oh, you're outnumbered, you're outgunned. And it's 4 against 1. She only sees 3, because you only see 3 guys there, but one comes from behind, so you see that it's 4. She asks her partner, hey, you got this? He's like, partner's like, I got him. So it goes into a shootout. They manage to blow these guys away. Boom, boom, boom. Pop that guy in the mouth, then one to the eye, and you got more of them outside. So they're pretty much thinking, okay, how are we going to get out of here? Apparently there's another guy right there by my finger, and he's dehydrated, he's in bad shape. They're calling for backup. Backup seems to be about 6 minutes away. Helicopter. Right there. Then Patience asks, hey, do you think Ortiz's van or Helix, I'm not sure what Helix is, vehicle, a car, if it still has fuel, and I guess it still does, so they escape out of that. All these, what do they call them, Hajis or something. So they're escaping, getting shot at, they're sitting up barricades. Next thing you know, all this shooting happens from above, and it turns out it was the helicopter they called for. So they're going back, and the partner that was caught, trapped, or kidnapped, whatever, the one that was being held hostage, it's like, oh, you're gonna miss this when you get back home, and I can't picture you as a housewife and that. I guess she has 2 kids and a husband, and she's like, no, I'm gonna go back to school, and it's my husband's turn to pay the bills and blah blah blah. She's going back to school for a degree in engineering. So Albuquerque International Sunport Airport, I'm assuming, got her family welcoming, giving a welcome and all that. She's asking, her kids, hey, where's Dad? And where's Frankie? Whoever, I'm assuming Frankie's the dad. Where's Frankie's dad? Is he in the parking car, or is he parking the car? And then her parents are like, oh, that's the first thing she's asking. They have a talk with her. Turns out Frankie dipped, found some new girl. Apparently met her at the office at his job while his wife was overseas. Patience obviously not having none of that for good reason, and now she's like, screwed everything up, and it was a curveball. She didn't expect that. So now she's gonna have to work for her family and all that. So school's out of the question at this point. So she's back at like waitressing, which barely pays the bills and all that. And then she's thinking of trying to brainstorm of ways to make money, because apparently her husband left, and that was going to be the plan. He worked. Now that she's back, she's going to use her GI Bill to go to school. But that's not the question now. So she's having dinner with a friend, I guess, or her sister. Your mom says you're looking for a job, Patience. You want me to set you up, or set up and sit down with Hawk? So I'm assuming this is her brother, and her brother's talking about setting her up with this Hops guy, and he's like, "Thanks, Maurice, but I think you forget that I know what Hops gets up to in those clubs." So her brother, I'm assuming this is her brother, gets upset. He's like, "Are you judging me, or are you judging how I feed my family?" And it's like, no, you were over there doing your illegal war, and you're judging me. But she leaves to that, you got your gang, I got mine. And this is when he's like, he gets mad, he walks off, and he's like, "Well, you might want to rethink my offer, my friend, because I'm hearing that that husband of yours had a lot of debt." So it turns out she goes through all this, and he racked up about $10,000 worth of debt, leaving her in a real big hole. So what she decides to do is, you guessed it, become a superhero, which doesn't pay the bills, but what she's planning on doing is robbing the crooked and evil to feed the poor and feed her, and her kids. So she's planning on robbing this guy that her friend works for or whatever. She goes to the hideout, whatever. She gets found out. They drag her in, and that's when we get back to where that guy was. So you go back to the beginning of the story, and they're like, he's all like, "My cousin used to be all into that comic book stuff, but this is the real world, this is in fantasy, and blah blah blah." And she's smiling, and they're like, "Why do you laugh? What are you laughing about?" And next thing you know, she goes for the jewels, uppercuts him or whatever, and she pretty much takes down everyone in this next couple pages. Punch to the back of the head, jab to the eye, so on and so forth. And now she has the guy at gunpoint talking about, "Give me the monies or it's over." I see right there. And it's to be continued. And to the side you have the cover to Dick Girl issue 1. I might check that one out. I don't know. I like the colors. But yeah, it was an okay story. I'm not, like I said before in the comic book pick, I'm not familiar with Kick-Ass. I just know of the movies, which I haven't even seen. I've seen like a little bit of it. But yeah, obviously it's not the same person from the Kick-Ass movies. But it was an interesting quick read. Like I said, it felt like a quick read, even though it was a couple pages here. Want to check out the second issue? Maybe. I might skim through it. I don't know yet. But it was an okay read. That's my opinion. If you guys have read this, you want to give your thoughts or comment on that, go ahead and do so in the comment section. And yeah, that's all I got for this comic book review. So until next time, you guys have a good one. Bye.